Welcome everybody to another episode of What's Next for Women podcast. How is everybody doing? I am so excited. You guys will never guess who is with me here. We having some amazing rock powerhouse here. I'm excited to bring them on. But before I bring on my guests, and yes, I have guests. So if you have any questions, drop them in the feed below. As you know how we always do it, it's Win Wednesday. So what's your win for this week? And I'll be able to show you what my win is in just a few minutes. But I want to first and foremost welcome you all to another week of the podcast. I'm getting so many questions on why I created the podcast, how it came about. So let me tell you a little bit about it. I was sitting at a corporate desk and I was looking around, and you know how you have that, oh my goodness, this is it? But what else is there for me out of life? And me, it really hit me hard that I started, I literally broke down and cried. And so I got myself together, and then I started asking a few women around, what is their what's next? And they couldn't really tell me what their what's next was. So then I said, okay. And so then I said, if I remove every barrier that I could, what would your what's next be? They still couldn't answer me. So I knew right then and there that my purpose was to go out here and to empower and inspire women to go after their what's next by decluttering the what ifs and I can'ts. And so that's how the podcast has came about. It's been going on for 2 years and I'm loving it all the way. I bring on different powerhouse, as you'll get to see in a few minutes, come on, where they talk about their what ifs and I can'ts that they face and how they're going and moving forward through their what's next. Again, today is Win Wednesday. I want to hear what's your win for this week. Drop it in the feed. If you have any questions during this time, please put them in here. We will address them. One of us or all of us, yes, I said all of us, will address them. I want to let you know that this half of the show is sponsored by At the Table. At the Table is a nonprofit organization that is here located in Columbus, Ohio. They're having this amazing event, woman empowerment event, this Sunday here in Columbus. So those of you who are in Columbus who hasn't gotten your ticket, you need to grab your ticket. And here's why. So without further ado, let me bring them all on. I have Miss Deborah, Miss Sunita, Miss Deshawn.
Hello.
Miss Pamela, Miss Barb, I apologize. Honestly, and then I have Miss Denise. I don't see Miss Barb on here. Hopefully she'll be able to come back. First of all, ladies, we have a guest that says hey to everybody. So everybody, I would like for you each to go around and tell them your name and your position on At the Table.
Hello, everyone. I am Deborah Rippey. I am the public relations and social media person.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sunita Johnson, and I am the vice president of At the Table. Good evening.
Miss Deshawn.
Hi, everyone. Good evening. I'm Deshawn Johnson, and I serve as executive director of At the Table.
Hello, everyone. I am Denise Pittman, and I am co-founder and president of At the Table, and I help with the scholarship.
And Miss Barb.
Hello, I am Barbara Madry. I am the outreach resource person for At the Table, and I am happy to be here.
For everybody, we're missing one more, but here is the backbone of At the Table. And I've always been here. I always talk about At the Table, and here's their sponsors. Well, here is who the sponsors the half of the show, and I want them to come on, and I want you guys to hear what's going on. I want you guys to hear what they're doing. They're doing some amazing work. If you ever want to know even how to get onto a podcast, how to get on a board and how to become a board member or what it takes, drop it in the feed. They definitely will address it here, but we're going to do fun things. But first and foremost, tell me this much. Tell me this much, Sunita. What led you to come to At the Table?
I love growing others. And part of my passion is leadership development. So I love to grow and develop leaders, and I like sowing into the lives of others. And so part of the vision of At the Table in terms of empowering and growing women and children is really what pulled me in, because I love helping people to reach their next. So that's what pulled me into At the Table, helping others to reach their next in
Love it.
whatever capacity.
Love it. So with our we have two founders. We have a founder and a co-founder. And so with that being said, At the Table, how did you guys even come up with the name At the Table? Denise or Deshawn?
How did we come up with At the Table? Basically, it came, and Denise can piggyback off of this. If I can remember, as we, it basically came from the logo design. Remember the logo? It was the logo design, and knowing that we were going to provide some sort of resources, some sort of empowerment to women. When we thought about women, we thought about a round table, just coming to the table. So I would say that's my recollection, Denise.
Yeah. So my version is, as we were talking about networking with a group of women, we were talking about women as queens, and we hold so many, there's so many things that we carry, so many hats that we wear, right? So we were talking about a pampering piece because, we as women go through so many different things and wear so many hats. So we were talking about queens at the table. And then we had to drop the queens because there is a queen's table. So that's how At the Table came about.
So how long has At the Table has been in existence?
Since 2017.
Love it.
2017, yes.
Wow, the time has gone by so fast, hasn't it?
It has. It most definitely has.
I have to say, those who don't know, I actually am the board chair of At the Table. I believe this organization is a powerful entity, and they bring a lot to the community, and they do bring a lot to the table. And so I would love for all of you who are out here just wanting to even donate. At the Table, we love and accept all types of donations. I will drop it in the feed on how you can find out how the type of donations or where you can donate at. So just be on the lookout, but just be mindful. At the Table is a great organization, one that the community needs and one that the community so deserves to have. So those that understand that At the Table is one place that we definitely could get some help with some donations. So with that being said, Deborah, what is your favorite thing on At the Table, or what has been the favorite thing you've done on At the Table?
Modeling. Modeling for the Cancer Survivor event. But I also like Thrive on Wednesdays with Miss Sherry, who was absent. Just listening to the young ladies, because that was my pull for At the Table. When I was in elementary, middle school, I didn't have a mentor besides your mother or your grandmother, but in school it's always important to still have some type of mentorship besides just your student peers. And so it's good to see that Thrive has that at Mifflin. And so I do like the Thrive. I do like the Thrive. I also like the domestic violence awareness that we do, not just for women, it's also for men. So that's another plus for At the Table for me.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely. So Barb, what does At the Table mean to you?
At the Table means to me is a conglomerate of women coming together, like Deshawn mentioned, at the table. We come to discuss, we come to empower each other, we come to empower other women in the community. So just coming to the table, we have a thing at my job that's bring it all into work. So we're going to bring it all to the table and work it out, empower each other, encourage each other, and leave it all on the table.
Absolutely. So can someone tell everybody a little bit? They hear it from me every week, but I'm going to let them hear it from one of you awesome ladies. What is At the Table?
Let me go. So when you think about At the Table, I mean, we talked about, a little bit about it and gave an introduction. It really is a community where for young girls and women to come, and we do, of course, we talked about the mentoringship program, our outreach. We have, again, as it's been mentioned, we have several outreach initiatives. So we have Thrive, which is the girls mentorship program. And then we have a health and I would say the health initiative, where we talked about the women's cancer survivors, and we'll hear more about, how that's connected to the event. And they're basic life skills and growing and developing in health and awareness, social issues like the domestic violence, and then the mentorship program. And as Denise mentioned, we have a scholarship program. So our health initiative is huge, and our mentorship program. So that's what At the Table covers. And we empower women. We connect with the community. That makes our outreach even broader. It's a collective thing too. So when you think about the At the Table, we draw in the resources. We draw in community partners so we can collectively, make a difference in the lives of women and young girls. So to me, that's what At the Table represents. So health and awareness, we know that, being healthy affects so many different areas of our life. And for our young ladies and our young women, we're here to support, and we want to see them thrive and reach back, helping others. We provide the young ladies at Thrive with people that they can see how they can achieve, not someone necessarily across the country, but they're right here in their own communities. And I think that makes a very huge impact. And we're just growing. So, stay tuned. At the Table is going to be around for a while. So anyone else can add to it.
Denise, would you like to add anything else?
Yeah, well, I would put it this way. It's just like, sitting in your mother's kitchen, right? And, all the children gather around the table. So when the mother has something to say, it's like she's nurturing all of her children and teaching them. So that's what At the Table is all about. It's about education. It's about bringing all the resources to the table so it can help us to grow. And what we're doing is we're helping the community with resources to grow.
Sunita, what about you?
It's also an opportunity for women to come and be transparent about their life issues and form connections, and to realize they're not by themselves, because a lot of times we think that what we're going through in our lives, we're alone. So it's also an opportunity where women can come and be transparent and talk about what's going on in their lives, and then realize that they have a strong support system where they can form community connections and also personal connections with other women. So then the network grows and it spreads throughout the community.
Absolutely. I love it so much. And we need that, we as women growing, coming into the world and growing within the community. It was a prime example where I don't know if you all had seen in the news where where a woman was fighting for her tenure at one of the colleges. They finally gave it to her, but she had to fight for it. Now that she's gotten it with the fight, now she's moved on to Howard University to take on her tenure there. So with that being said, I'm so glad that At the Table has that type of foundation. We could create a foundation for women such as herself they can build upon and know that all things are possible. Look what's around the table. We have created so much opportunity around the table. Barb, since you've been on, what is your take on it?
You know, I was thinking as Deshaun was talking, and you mentioned this is about empowerment, and we're talking about domestic violence and women's health. A lot of times, and I think Denise mentioned this as well, we as women wear many hats. We're moms, we're wives, we're mothers, we're grandmothers, we're aunts, we're the chauffeur, we're the cook, we're the teacher. You know, we wear so many different hats that a lot of times we don't have the opportunity to put ourselves first. So when you come and we come to At the Table to empower you to put yourself first, to give yourself a priority that even in the midst of all that, you started out with yourself. Before you became a mom, you was yourself. Before you became a wife, you was yourself. So taking that back home and making yourself a priority, because when mom don't work, when wife ain't happy, then ain't nobody happy. So you have to find some time to put yourself first. And we encourage women to empower themselves, you know, take some time, you know, to strut their strut, you know, to make sure that they are taking care of themselves. And then, like we said, develop a network of other women that they can get other additional resources from and build from and grow from.
Well, that's great. I really love to hear about the strut your stuff. So how can everybody see the strut your stuff, somebody?
You can strut your stuff. Come see us strut out there our stuff on this Sunday, July the 11th, 2021 at the Riverboat Confluence Park. Tickets are still available. Pam, you're going to put the website already in the chat. I believe you already got it there. So you can donate. You can also purchase a ticket. Come out and watch myself, Sister Deb, Sister Denise strut our stuff as survivors for At the Table.
Yes. Hey, Barbara.
Yes.
We're going to strut our stuff on the red carpet. We have 10 wonderful honorees that's going to be celebrated on that day. We have Maria Durant, who's also a survivor. She's going to be our MC. We have resources are going to be there. We have vendors is going to be available there. So please come on out and watch us strut our stuff as survivors as we are giving back, showing that we are empowered. We are one. We are at the table.
Love it. Thank you.
Right.
Look, I need y'all to come on every week. Yes.
And you know what? I felt your energy. I felt it. I'm serious. I was like, and then we have a beautiful face that just appeared.
Yeah, welcome, Miss Sherry.
Hey, Miss Sherry.
Everyone, this is At the Table. We're missing one more, but this is the amazing table. So if you all don't know who these amazing ladies are, you have to take heed. You have to meet them. So next to me is, Deborah. Because I'm Deborah. Then I have Sunita. Then there is our co-founder, one of our founders is Deshaun. Then we have Miss Denise as our founder as well. Then Barbara, and lastly but not least, Miss Sherry Young, the amazing Miss Sherry Young. Yes. So, ladies, what's our ask? If you could ask anything from everybody, what's the ask for At the Table? I have one, but I'm gonna let y'all first.
You mean the ask? If whatever we wanted.
If we have the world looking at us, what would you ask them for At the Table?
A facility.
And how big is the facility? And what would you do with the facility?
A facility that would be able to have our own events. So I would say could hold up to 300 people. Classrooms, maybe probably about 10. Well, no, classrooms, at least 5. starting out, but I'll go with 10.
10.
Those
10.
10.
Speak,
Ten.
speak.
So those classrooms would house Thrive when we are not in the school, maybe after school programs, the women program. I can even see us incorporating some of the boys in the future. For meetings, for our events, to actually give resources to other businesses or partners that we want to come in, to have live television show. I see a green screen set up. I see cameras.
I love it.
So that's just a start. I see even maybe a food pantry.
Love it.
I see scholarship.
Yeah, scholarship's great.
I see
Yes.
scholarships. So my ask would be donating to the scholarship, so we can be able to continue to give back to additional young girls who have been affected by cancer of some kind, so they can continue their education, that they will be unstoppable, that they would not let this hinder their growth, hinder their education, whether it be coming out of high school or whether they be already in college. I see us being able to give dollars back to these young girls, these young ladies, and so they can continue to grow, and then they in turn can give back. They in turn can be another resource that we can reach out to. They in turn can mentor additional young ladies on how to continue to thrive, continue to strut, continue to grow educationally, and be able to give back. And not only scholarships for their tuition, additional scholarships for books, because we know books is a costly thing, to be able to give them additional book allowances, and then make that, every quarter and not just once a year. So I see scholarship.
Love it.
Great. All right.
Miss Sherry, what's your big ask?
So my ask would be twofold. One, that they tune in to us constantly, that they make certain that they look at whatever it is we're doing, so they make connect. Because anybody watching now should recognize that we've got a lot going on, but we're stretching and striving to do more. In the scripture, Jabez said, increase my territory.
Yes, yes.
We're striving to do. And we're doing that by looking at abuse issues that women face. We're doing that by looking at training needs. We're doing that by addressing cancer survivors. We're doing that by things that we have for the future. We're being asked to come into the schools to help teach women's classes relative to history and things that go on in the future. We are doing lots, and there is more to come. So tune into us, and then tune into God. I'll say higher power for those ain't sure, but tuning into God and recognizing that.
Yes.
Hi, did I lose you, or you still see me?
I still see you.
Okay, because it went off my screen. But tuned into, there's a scripture that says your gift will make room for itself. All of you have gifts, all of you have abilities. Some of those gifts are in the form of dollars. Some of those gifts are in the form of talents. Hey, we got a space for you to do something with whatever it is.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right. And tune in to God, and then you'll help us meet these needs. Deshaun said, build it. Hey, somebody might know a realtor or have dollars to help us find a realtor. Miss Barbara talked about the scholarship. We got something for you to do. Tune in and watch what we're doing, and then stay tuned to God to say, what would you have us do to help them?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Miss Denise, would you like to say anything more?
Yes, I would say, along with Miss Barbara with the scholarships, but I think I would ask for grant money to have a staff. We need workers, we need staff to be able to have a team, to be able to put more programs together. Also, life skills classes for adults, because sometimes even with parenting, adults need, life skills as well, to be able to mentor their children. Let's see. And I think that's about it. Care packages for our Thrive program, and also for our scholarship recipients.
I love it. Well, what I have for all of us for At the Table is actually thousands of dollars. And the reason why I say that is if all you don't know, the behind the scenes of what these ladies do, they do some amazing work, and they do some tremendous work. And what way to reward them for their services is to reward them monetarily. Now, not only take that money for to reward them, but also to build the program and take it to not just here in Columbus, but I could see it going past Columbus. I can see it going out to other cities, other states, and the
other counties. Yes,
absolutely.
Counties,
and the only way it can be done is with your support and with your dollars. And so, I know everybody has DM'd me. I've gotten on my phone. People are asking me, "Well, how can I donate?" Well, I have drop it in the feed for you here. If you would like to know how to stay connected to At the Table. If you have any questions, here's the time to ask them. These amazing ladies, ask them how did they get it started. Ask them within reason. Ask them the questions that you would ask. If you're even somebody that is interested on being a board but don't even know how to become a part of the board, ask them and someone will definitely answer you. One thing before we go to a halfway break, which time has gone by fast, is if anyone is out there looking to volunteer on the board, we are definitely looking for volunteers. We have so many areas of volunteers that can be used. May it be with the Thrive program, may it be an administrative system, administrative position, may it be volunteers for one of our amazing events. But whatever it is, we can definitely use your services and your help. So if you wanted to know how to get to those, how to inquire about those services, just click on the link below. I definitely will have it not just posted here, but I definitely will post it in the Facebook groups as well as Instagram, as well as also YouTube. So you'll keep knowing where you can definitely volunteer at. We always need volunteers. Who doesn't like to volunteer a couple hours to do some services? And we have a lot of services that can use volunteers. So definitely note that. Drop it in the feed. It's also Win Wednesday. You'll get to hear all of their wins for the week, but we would love to hear your win. You know, I'm always about celebrating our wins. I believe that we as women do so much, but we fall short of our wins. And the win could be, may it be that you set a goal, but you haven't met the goal. May it be you did the goal, but you fell short, or may it be you just don't know where to start at. That's still a win because you're recognizing your abilities or your desire to grow. And as you know, here at What's Next for Women, we're all about empowering, inspiring you to get to your what's next. And how do you do it? You go out here and you rock the world, ladies. So with that being said, it's Win Wednesday. Keep that in mind. But ladies, let's do something a little fun. So what do you guys like to do outside of At the Table and working? Sanita, go ahead.
Y'all know me, I'm a little different. Sanita loves monster trucks.
Oh, I knew it. I knew you were going to say it, Nita.
Yes. I enjoy monster trucks. I love reading. I like going to see music being played in the parks. I'm a museum person. So I like to do a lot of cultural activities to keep myself exposed and open to learning and growing. So I like to do it. I have a diversity of tastes.
There's a monster truck show coming now.
I know. I just gonna say it's coming.
And I gotta be there because I missed the last one.
Deborah, what do you do outside of At the Table and work life? Oh, wait a minute.
So everybody has an R&R moment. My R&R moment is my grandchildren, Rabriana and Rashanera. So we have went to the Columbus Museum for the summer. Bowling is free. We went bowling. They're doing the literacy reading is fun at the library. I'm just seeding into them because sitting at the table is teaching me that I have at home. So it starts at home. I know I did well with my daughter. She's 28. She's fantastic. But I have grandchildren. So that's another seed I have to seed into. So my grandchildren. And then I also volunteer with Ovarian Cancer Alliance of Ohio. So I'm out. If I'm not at the table, then I'm fighting for those ovarian cancer survivors and doing educational awareness with them. So,
Love it. Miss Sherry.
Oh, girl.
30 minutes.
So let's see, where do we start? I enjoy several of the things that each of the two ladies have said, except Sanita, I ain't going there, no monster truck.
You going with me. You going with me.
They have to fragrance the atmosphere, make it a little. But I do enjoy traveling. And we've been all across the country, but I like going abroad. Haven't been anywhere in a little while, so it's time. It's time. I enjoy learning. I love a good book. I enjoy a good movie that's got several plots, not just one, but several plots. Outside of At the Table, I am involved right now with Chef Butcher, who has Creole Kitchen here in the city, who has a desire to start a male mentorship program for men who want to become chefs. So Columbus State is allowing us to use their facility. Got a lot coming up that will start in the fall. So you got a young man that wants to learn how to cook, hey, and maybe not to pursue a career along that line, but just know how to burn in the kitchen. Chef Butcher wants to teach them that. All of this kind of stuff goes on at the table. So I am done for even calling things that we do at the table. There's so much that we teach the next generation, even how to have fun. Listening to Deborah talk about teaching her grandchildren. I'm all about having a succession plan, making sure. I was thinking the other day, some of the things I know about my family that my family doesn't know. So passing it on so that the next generation will be able to add to what I already know. But in order for them to do that, I got to make sure they know it. So about a family, did I tell you what you wanted to know? Wait, I got a whole list more.
That was great. Thank you. That was good. Even though Sanita still wants you to go with her to the monster truck.
She going.
Sanita been loving monster trucks since my kids were little. And you still like monster trucks?
I sure do.
I see a team building exercise going on in the monster truck.
Yes, we're all going together.
That would be cool. That would be cool.
What about you?
I like outdoors. Right now I'm on a daily walking challenge, so I have been trying to be consistent. We're on day 24, getting out of doing walking at least 2 miles a day, so we're being consistent with that. We like roller skating. So I got my skates fixed so we can get out there and strap my stuff on the roller rink. I am getting acclimated and learning to my granddaughter. I have a granddaughter who just turned 9. So we are making bonds and developing. And Deb, when you was talking about you and your grandkids, that's what at the table is about. We're giving back to the next generation. We're showing them how to live, how to laugh, how to love, how to give back, and everything that we do. So just enjoying roller skating, enjoying the outdoors, enjoying planning for my wedding. So just different things like that.
Absolutely. Yeah. I know.
Yes,
Right,
I
lady?
see you are had plenty for your wedding. Congratulations.
Absolutely.
Take it into the
Congratulations.
atmosphere.
Her and her
Yes,
wedding.
yes. Thanks, Miss Deb.
I love the photos you're posting.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely. They are beautiful. So inspiring.
They
So
are.
inspiring. So Miss
Oh, Brittany's on and said hi, Antonita.
Hi, Brittany.
Hi, Brittany.
Hi, niece.
She's a vendor. She's a vendor. This
hello, Brittany.
Yes.
Good
vendor.
morning.
Everybody might, and I have to say, she started her business. And tell her to keep it going. Give her
Yes.
some encouragement. She's going to be vending this for the first time. She had a thought and she made it come to life. So
Yes.
give her some encouragement. Tell her she got to keep going.
Absolutely.
Keep going at the table. Yes, yes.
Build that
Absolutely.
legacy.
Back.
Build that
Absolutely.
legacy.
So real quick, before we go and give more praises and jump into everyone's win for the week, let's go back to Mr. Denise, what do you do? What do you do outside of the table and other things? So what do you do? Or what's something fun you like to do?
When I have time, I really like to read a good book. I like biographies. I like true stories. I love a good romantic love story. I love Black history. Oh my gosh. I like being creative when I have the time, like crocheting, things of that nature. Also, with children, every moment is a teachable moment. So, yeah, just ministering to my children, my husband. Let's see. And I like entertaining. I love building relationships. I love being around people. I love encouraging people. I love motivating, inspiring people. I mean, I just love to love. That's what I love doing.
Love it.
That was cute.
And Deshawn, what about yourself?
So when I have time, I love collecting art. All types.
Ooh.
I love the Columbus Art Museum. I haven't been in a while just to go and look, but that is like total peace for me. It puts me, everything is gone, and it's a part of a therapy. I don't know. I can't explain, but I love the Columbus Art Museum and I love collecting art. I love horseback riding. I love skating. I like listening to motivational speakers, mentors, other speakers to help develop and grow. I love my women energy, the women, my friends, spending time. It just recharges me. So I love going, just detaching from the everyday, daily, and just hanging out and enjoying with you ladies or enjoying with my girls every day. And I love my grandchildren.
Oh yeah, the grandkids.
I love my grandchildren.
The grandkids are. I totally agree with you. The grandkids, they do. I'm with all of you.
They keep you young.
Absolutely. also about bringing them to the table and talking about how to see them and see them for the next life, and having an impact on them. One thing I am teaching my grandkids is how to build their own business. So that's one thing we're doing right now. Is my grandson has a we're working on his own little closet, and he's going to be selling his tennis shoes.
That's good.
Good.
So he will be doing that. So we're really working on it. He's like, Grandma, we gonna do it today? I'm like, not today. We'll do it today. Grandma, promise you. And then my granddaughter, she's into she loves she's only 3. She loves lipstick and lip gloss. So I'm having a young lady that debates the lip gloss, and they're making lip gloss together. And so they're going to be pairing up to do something like that. So it's just teaching my grandkids. I'm teaching my grandkids to know that there's more to it than working for corporate, and they have other options. Because I wish someone would have told me that, then I would know that my options would not have lied solely onto somebody else. So I just empowering our next generation and knowing the options, whatever they want to do, but whatever their options are, they know that they are open and for their taking, not for someone to tell them what to do. Ladies, we are almost through the show. I can't believe it's gone by so fast. I appreciate you all for coming on here. But one part of the show that I do, and we talked a little bit about, and it's called Book on the Shelf. And I heard some of you read. And before we go in and ask you some of the books that you're reading or are reading or have read, is because I believe in empowering. In order for us to empower and to aspire ourselves is by empowering our minds, and taking ourselves to the next level is by reading. May it be you listening to the book. That's what I do. I don't have time to read it or literally read it, but I always talk about the book on the shelf. So ladies, what is the book that you're reading or have read?
So mine is that I'm listening to right now. I'm like you, Pam. I like to hear the book, and then I can do that while I'm moving about or while I'm working, and instead of that allows me to get through the book versus reading a couple chapters and have to go back and read those chapters again because you forgot what you read and where you left off at. But right now it's Automatic Habits. We develop habits that we don't quite know about that becomes part of our daily routine. Some of them are good habits, some of them are bad habits, some of them are habits that has been passed down through generations. There's always a story out there that talks about the mom that did the pot roast, and she always cut the ends off the pot roast to put it before she put it in the pan. You know, and then she passed that down, and then her daughter did that. So finally somebody asked her, why do you always cut the ends off? And he's like, I don't know, let's go ask grandma, because she always did it. And grandma, why do you always cut the ends off of the pot roast? I don't know, my mother always did it. Well, great grandma, why do you always cut the ends off? I cut the ends off because that's the only way the pot roast will fit into the pan. So there's different habits and stuff that we pick up from generation to generation, not knowing. So just understanding why we have the habits that we have.
Love it. Sunita, then you said you've read something?
I just ordered a new book. It just came. So it's called Mindset. The New Psychology of Success. It's by Carol Dweck. And I ordered the book because I really believe that we should be in a place of constantly learning and growing and transforming our mindsets and renewing our minds. And so the book taps into each area of your life. So it has a holistic focus, and you learning about how to be successful in each area of your life. So I'm excited about starting my journey on this book.
Love it. Anybody else?
Sure. I just finished Cicely Tyson's autobiography. Excellent. Of course, it was very, very good. And, it was, to me, I love it. Somebody talked about Black history. To see the tenets, the lines, our lives are tapestries. And it's interesting, the same threads, the little gold threads that are weaving through our tapestry that are woven through other folks' tapestry. I listened a lot. She said about growing up in the church, and I was like, oh, could have been a Cicely Tyson. And then Sarah Jakes Roberts' current book that's on the market, which is very, very good, based on one of her presentations. And it's all about setting goals and those kinds of things. So good stuff.
Love it. Anybody else? No?
I listen. I like listening to like Les Brown.
Sarah Jakes Roberts book club.
Say that again. No. What did you say, Deborah?
I said Miss Sherry took mine. I'm part of Sarah Jake Roberts book club, the evangelist ministry at our church. And so we were reading The Woman Evolve. And one of the books that she had chose was The Most Powerful Woman in the Room Is You.
Yeah.
And so it teaches you about yourself, how to celebrate you.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
and so I learned that when I go out to dinner and they say, "Well, what are you celebrating?" Me.
Exactly.
Yes,
Celebrate me.
yes.
Right.
So
Right.
it teaches you to love you without being selfish. Because for many years, I always thought I was being selfish if I put myself first because I had children and a husband. But now I realize if I don't wake up in the morning, they still gonna wake up,
That's
and then I
right.
didn't
Yep.
think about me. So yeah, I love the book club. So yeah.
Love it.
See, and that's what I was saying earlier about making us a priority,
Right.
making us a priority, because we
Absolutely.
wear so many different hats. You know, we kind of put our hat way back in the back of the closet, but no, that needs to be front and center.
Absolutely. Deshaun, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. I was trying to get everybody.
No, thank you. I just am thinking about, and I won't really even go into detail, but I listen to like Les Brown. I listen to, when I can. I don't do enough of it, and I'm going to start. Again, that's taking the time, because you give out, you need something put back in.
Absolutely.
And I'm getting that right now. It's just you need something put back in. You can't just keep going on and on. You'll be empty. So, and then it kind of reminds me, I got a phone call from Pam about 2 weeks ago, and she was kind of reminding me, and she asked me a question about some other things, that she knows I'm working on it. She said, "Where's that at?" And I was like, "Woo." And coming from someone that does that strategically and knows what that looks like. So I appreciated that. So, for me, it's more of getting that self, putting me first and getting fed, period. Yeah. So it's you have to. So
neat.
I'm gonna have a book list in about a couple of months. So ask that question again.
You know what? I think that we forget that the speed of the leader determines the fate of the pack. We're all leaders, and if we aren't learning, how can we continue to teach? What we are teaching, if we're not learning anything, is old stuff.
Right.
So true.
It's time for you to teach new people old stuff. Even biblically, how do you take new wine in old wine?
That's good.
That's so true.
That's
so
good.
true.
I gotta write that one down.
So
I'm taking notes, you guys. I got a whole page of notes. I take notes everywhere.
That's good. That's good. I know I have them all too.
Yeah, I can't help it. I just get a pad and I start writing when I hear something.
And that's good. But I want everyone to know, those of you who are out there, there's many, because we're having comments coming in left and right. Even on my phone is buzzing. So those of you who are watching us, it is Win Wednesday. I want to hear your win for the week. I love celebrating. And look, what perfect way to do it is celebrating with these amazing women from At the Table. If you have any questions on At the Table, or you want to know more about At the Table, I will drop it in the feed below. If you want to know we need volunteers, yes, we do. We will not turn any volunteers away. And you want to know more again about At the Table, I will drop them in the feed. Before we wrap it up, everyone, I want to thank you ladies appreciate you all, and thank you for coming on. This was fun and so amazing, as you all are. I wanted to come out here. I wanted to become impactful. I feel this was impactful, as well inspiring for women to know that, look, we're doing it. We have come across a lot of obstacles. We came faced with a lot of what ifs and I can'ts, and we're still going out here and rocking our what's next. And so you guys are such an inspiration, and I thank you all for coming. Before we close it out, what is your guys' win for the week?
The event. The event. That's it. That's it for me. I'm sorry. That's it.
For me,
continue to walk. My continue to walk. Day 24. Continue to walk every day.
Yes.
Congratulations.
That's my win. Putting me first.
Yes.
Great job. Next.
I have taken some college courses, and Lord have mercy, it's been a minute, but I had class today, so being engaged with my mind.
Love it.
Yes.
Next.
Me also being in school, I'm excited that I am accomplishing this goal that I've been wanting to accomplish for a long time, as well as I am now a part of a marketing group.
Yay.
So I am coming out my comfort zone and determined to just train my mind in a different way. So I'm excited to see how that's going to lead me.
Nice.
Awesome.
Next, Deborah or Denise?
Disciplining myself to eat healthy, think healthy, and walk healthy.
All
So I
right,
don't have
all right.
Love it.
There you go. I see ya.
disciplining myself.
Good one.
And Miss
Thank you.
Denise.
Continuing to have faith, even though it doesn't look like things are working
Yes.
the way you think they should. Just seeing the good in everything and seeing God
Yes.
in everything.
All right.
Absolutely. I would say my win I have several of them, but the first and foremost is knowing that I am surrounded by powerful, inspiring women that will help me and allow me move myself to the next level. And one of my levels is to get out of my comfort zone and removing the imposter or the people and shout off of me. So I've been doing a lot and been also out here working. Actually, my trainer, I'm sure she's on listening, Miss Susie. Been working out with Miss Susie now for almost 2 months, 3 times a week. So we're getting ready. We actually set another fitness goal. But I just want everyone to understand that goals are important. That's why I always ask to set small goals. So those of you who are out there, they're saying, I can't set a goal or I can't meet a goal. It's because your goal is too big. You need to go down and you make it so minute that you can meet that small goal. So then your big goal is so achievable, it's beyond belief. But I will, before I close it out, ladies, what is your last word of advice, empowerment for these awesome listeners?
Live, laugh, and explore.
Love it.
Keep moving life forward.
Love it.
I would say don't give up. Pursue your dreams no matter how long they've been on the shelf. If they're on the shelf, knock the dust off. It's not too late. And just remember, there's no quit in you.
Next.
I'd say carpe diem, seize the day. All of the things that these other ladies have said, if you seize the day to take the book, seize the day to walk, seize the day to exercise. Go on and do it today. What's up with that?
Love it. Next. Deborah Denise.
Be unstoppable.
Love it. And Miss Denise.
Your path does not determine your destiny.
Love it. Well, ladies, the time has came and gone. This has been amazing. Thank you for blessing us on this platform.
Thank you, Pam.
For having us.
This is
Thank
amazing.
you for having us.
Thank you so much.
This is so amazing.
Thank
So
you.
real quick, my word is epic. I want it to be epic in all things that I do and all steps that I make pass and step forward on. So my word is epic. But I want everyone to understand that those of you who are out here watching us, we really appreciate you for taking the time out to listen to us. Know that we're out here to empower and inspire you. And I hope these ladies have touched you one way or another. We would love for you to join us at the amazing Woman Empowerment Luncheon this Sunday at the Boathouse starting at 11:30. You'll get to see a fashion show. You'll get to hear stories about Thrive. You get to hear you get to meet the young ladies that are scholarship recipients. There's just so much going on. So if you want more information on how to get tickets, I will drop it in the feed. You can also IM me. I will make sure that any of these ladies can help you get your tickets because the tickets are going fast. I think we're down to 10 or 9. 9 tickets. So if you definitely want a ticket, you have got to grab it. We would love for you to join us at our table.
Yes.
Well, ladies, I want to let you guys know you guys are amazing and you rock. I also want to let you followers know that if no one has not told you guys are amazing and rock, and know that you only have one life. Live it to the fullest and live it for yourself and nobody else. And don't set yourself back, set yourself forward. Until next week, I'll bring on another powerhouse. As you see, I have an amazing group of women. Another powerhouse that will help you conquer your what ifs and I can't, so you can go at what's next. Until next week, take care and we'll see you later. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.